Welcome to Centinela de Cristo.
Blessings, this is Pastor Luis Luciano from Oklahoma. Friday, April 25th. Further thought, Isaiah 44, verse 24 to 35 and 13. Little by little, at first in stealth and silence, and then more openly as it increased in strength and gained control of the minds of men, the mystery of iniquity carried forward its deceptive and blasphemous work. Almost imperceptibly, the customs of hedonism found their way into the Christian church. The spirit of compromise and conformity was restrained for a time by the fierce persecutions which the church endured under paganism. But as persecution ceased, the Christianity entered the courts and palaces of kings. She laid aside the humble simplicity of Christ and his disciples for the pomp and pride of pagan priests and rulers. And in place of the requirements of God, she substituted human theories and traditions. The nominal conversion of Constantine in the early part of the 4th century caused great rejoicing, and the world, cloaked with a form of righteousness, walked into the church. Now the work of corruption rapidly progressed. Paganism, while appearing to be vanquished, became the conqueror. Her spirit controlled the church. Her doctrines, ceremonies, and superstitions were incorporated into the faith and worship of the professed followers of Christ. Ellen G. White, the book The Great Controversy, pages 49 and 50. In line with the question at the end of Wednesday's study, are we not in all danger, especially the longer we are here, of setting aside the humble simplicity of Christ and his apostles for the pomp, power, accolades, and temptation of the world? If we think we're not, we are fooling ourselves. Discussion questions. Number 1. When God exiled his people to Babylon, it was a particularly painful moment. Abraham had been called out of Chaldea to establish a covenant people as a light for the planet. And now they were taken away in chains. During their captivity, God showed Israel what might have been if they had been faithful. Nebuchadnezzar, the very head of a system utterly opposed to God, comes to Christ. Daniel chapter 4. At the end of their captivity, God raises up a Persian king to serve as a type of Christ, releasing his people from Babylon and returning them to the promised land. Cyrus was not an Israelite, and yet God chose him to reveal the plan of salvation to the world as he returned God's covenant people to Jerusalem. What lessons can we learn about how God views humanity from the fact that he was now using people outside of Israel to accomplish his goal? Number 2, we might not be in Babylon, but how much of Babylon might be in us? How do we recognize this problem, and then how can we change?